YouTube family. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about one of our fellow content creators, and his name has been all over YouTube. I'm pretty sure his name has been showing up on your newsfeed as well as mine. And his name is Dontay London. So I didn't want to do this video, y'all. I promise you, I didn't want to. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon, but I just felt like there are some things that need to be said. So if that's something you think you want to hear about or listen to, please stick around. Okay, first of all, y'all, the young man, I have to give it to him. He is a genius. Yes, I said it and I will repeat it. I think he's a genius. And let me tell you the reasons why. I think he's a genius because I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows exactly how the YouTube game is ran. Okay, he's been doing this for a while. For those of you who follow him or subscribe to him or have been watching his videos, I think he said he's been doing this for about 6 years. So he knows how the game is ran. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to play, right? He knows how to play the game. And the reason I say that, right now he's stirring up a lot of controversy. There's a lot of people that are for him or against him. There are a lot of people that says that he's been not telling the truth about, his content. Some are saying that he's scamming people and that, he's making up things and doing things just for views. I don't know, y'all. I can't answer that. Only Mr. London can answer that question. And I'm not here to judge him. I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm just here to applaud him. I mean, I admire what he's doing. Again, whether he's telling the truth or not about the content he's putting out, I don't know. But what I can say, that us as viewers, okay, and I'm also a viewer and I'm also a content creator, up and coming. I'm new, so bear with me. But as a viewer, I'm sorry, I lost train of thought. Okay, as a viewer and also as a content creator, you have to give him props, because when we go on YouTube, like myself, when I go on, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm learning from other content creators, and I'm learning, about things in my personal life, depending on, what I want to look at that day, right? So with that in mind, y'all, some of this stuff, and also there's the entertainment side of YouTube, right? Some of this stuff you have to take with a grain of salt. You have many different categories of content on YouTube. You have your entertainment, you have your comedy, you have your factual things, you have your medical things, you have your how-to type of videos. There's lots of different genres out there. Hope I said that right. But there's lots of different niches that are out there, right? And depending on what you're looking for and what you want. Dontay London, I don't know exactly what niche, you want to put him in. But some of the stuff, I would have to say, you can't look at everything he does as factual. And again, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth. I don't know. But I think a lot of his content you have to look at it with like maybe an entertainment aspect to it, and not take everything as, the holy grail. Okay, he's doing this, so it must be true. And again, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth, but I think that's where the controversy comes into play. I think some people take everything he says to heart, and they get in their feelings about it, and they get into the comment section, and they start saying all this stuff, good and bad. And then you have people that bash him, and then you have his supporters that come and support him and try to defend him, and that's good and that's admirable. But I think as the average viewer, we have to look at, and he's not the only one out there, y'all. I mean, there's lots of content creators that have that type of content, and we have to, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Okay, we can't look at it as everything we see and hear is absolute gospel truth. Again, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth on his channel, because I don't know. Like I said, only he knows that. But, you know, with a lot of things that we watch on here, we can't be naive, and, you know, we can't be gullible. So, you know, watch at your own risk. Like I said, a lot of the things I think I see, and I'm not saying just his channel, but a lot of things I see on here is for entertainment purposes. And again, I don't know if he's in the entertainment niche or the entertainment part of YouTube, but that's kind of like how I see his content. And, you know, he's not doing any harm. He's not asking for money. I think he did do a video where I think some people sent him some money and he said, thanks, but no thanks. You know, please don't do that. So he's not asking y'all for anything. He just wants y'all to watch him. So, you know, with that being said, you know, take it how you want it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody, you know, I think he should put maybe a disclaimer up when he does his videos. Maybe, you know, watch. This is for entertainment purposes, maybe. Watch. Or maybe you shouldn't put that, because he's putting his life story out there. And again, I'm not saying the young man's not telling the truth. But, you know, maybe he should put something like there, like some type of disclaimer that says, you know, watch at your own risk, or I don't know, something to that effect. But I just think that needed to be said. Like I said, he's not hurting anybody. He's telling his life story, you know, quote unquote. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know what's true and what's not. That's not for me to say. But I think as a viewer, and I think to help calm some of this controversy down, is, yeah, you guys, you're just going to have to watch at your own risk and, you know, take it for what it is. And I think, in my opinion, now, this is just my opinion, I think it's just for entertainment. But I don't know, and I hope that doesn't sound offensive to him, and I'm not trying to be offensive, but I mean, he's even said it himself. He said, you know, you guys watch me for entertainment, and he knows that. He knows that, right? That's why I say he's a genius. He knows what he's doing. You know, by putting the type of content out that he's putting out, it's going to get views. I mean, people, like, again, whether it's true or not, people are going to watch it. Anybody can put up and I'm not saying people are not telling the truth, but anybody can put a video out and say, hey, you know, I lost my job, or I got laid off, or, you know, I can't make my mortgage payment, I'm losing my house, or I'm losing my apartment. You know, those types of stories get views. And again, I'm not saying, you know, people are not telling the truth, you know, and it's sad, because when it seems like when you're down on your luck and you have a hard luck story, those videos go viral instantly, and people watch that. And, you know, I don't know what that says about us. I don't know if people, you know, misery loves company type of thing going on. I don't know. And I'm not saying people love to see people down and out, but it just seems that way, y'all. It just seems like when we're doing bad, people want to see it. People want to see it. They want to hear it. And I think that's where the entertainment aspect comes in. I think people find it on some level entertaining. And I'm not saying that like, ha ha, funny entertaining. I just think that people find it, like, hey, I'm not doing, you know, I'm not the only one that's doing bad out here. You know, that type of thing. I think people can relate to the negative videos. Like, hey, I've been there. I understand. And that's what I mean by entertainment, y'all. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, people, you know, are finding other people's misfortunes laughable. I think that it's relatable. Okay, I think it's relatable, and a lot of people can relate. And I think that's why Dontay London is so popular, because the hard luck stories and things that he's putting out, a lot of people can relate. A lot of people have been there, you know, in that situation. So, and I think that's another reason why his popularity has just taken off, because, you know, he's relatable. But, you know, I didn't want to do it, but I had to come on here and give my 2 cents and, you know, jump on the Dontay London bandwagon and just give my 2 cents. Tell me what you guys think. Drop me a comment. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.